Okay, so here we are on the side of the house. Hi, Melissa.
This side of the house was all straggly when we moved in.
It was like where you're standing was old, broke down sidewalk, right?
Yeah.
And it was. How would you describe what it was?
Overgrown ivy and weeds.
Yeah. How much ivy did you pull out of here?
Well, it was covered. The whole ground and the walls. And you can see it up there.
That's true. Yeah, you can't see the marks. So it was like literally like bags and bags, massive grocery bags or garbage bags full of ivy.
So most of this is stuff that we just dug out of different parts of our yard or off the side of the road. Yeah. The only thing that we actually planted was I got some poppies this year.
What are some of the other plants that are
And
in
then
here?
and then I planted some sunflower seeds. Let's see. Oh yeah, we got some sunflowers coming up right here.
Oh, okay.
And they're back there. So. And then these are just hostas and uh, daylilies.
Okay. And the ferns you
And
put in there
ferns.
too, right?
Yeah, and the ferns. Yeah.
Okay.
And then we're going to move over here, and eventually this area is going to be, we started, but it's going to be a succulent garden. But we've got some like chickens going. Those. Yeah, and then there's just some wildflower mix in there until I get more succulents. And then
What's this?
old stump, an old tree that used to be there.
Cut the tree out.
Big old tree. And then I planted a row of supposed to be chrysanthemums. You can see some there and there. And then right there in that hoop area is I got a start. It's called Bleeding Heart. So I just got to start.
What is that a flower?
Yeah, it's terrifying. Look, see that pink one over there? It's like that's hanging down. It's like that, but it's a white one.
Oh, like that, but white. Okay.
Yeah, so they.
Interesting.
And
Okay.
this was a big old tree, but we just cut it down, so it's just a cute little bush. And then I got seeds from Mom Wait years ago, and I've just been collecting seeds every year. So we've got zinnias here,
Oh, nice.
and then we just planted these. They're called silver mounds. They spread out like a ground cover.
Okay. So those will come back year after year.
Yeah, all this stuff will come back year after year.
Okay. How do you choose what you want to go where?
I try to get it so that something's blooming about every season. But
Okay.
since we're just kind of starting, things aren't like big yet. But anyway. And then this holly bush was, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to describe what it was. It was just
Yeah.
everywhere.
Out of control.
Yeah, it was out of control. So we took it. And then we got some nasturtium, which Margot told us about. This is nasturtium, and it's like flowers. They get gold flowers on them, and you can actually eat them.
They're good.
And then on this corner here, and then that corner over there, you'll see those are going to be hollyhocks. So they get kind of big. And then daylily. And then we're going to get some ivy growing up this lattice thing.
Okay.
Then all these little things are just, we planted thyme, just so it could spread.
Looks like it's filling in pretty good.
Yeah,
Will that go between the bricks and stuff?
Yeah, it is filling in good because we planted it, last year? And just clumps of like this size.
Oh, wow. Up there, especially, look at that. It's like really.
And then we don't know what that is because it just came up.
Looks good. That purple one's really
And
nice.
this purple one is a salvia.
Okay.
Comes back here, and then we got a daisy. And then I don't know what that grass thing is because it just, I don't know. I don't remember planting it. And then these three are peonies. So they'll look like, this is their first year coming up, but they'll look like those white and pink.
Those are peonies.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then up here, we kind of got, it's not looking very hot right now because we had as big azalea bushes along the front, but they were covering all the other cute plants. So we pulled them out. And so now what we're going to have going on is we're going to have, so in the spring, we'll have irises, tulips, and daffodils through here. And then this phlox comes up with purple flowers. So that'll be the spring. And then in the summerish time, we'll have the daisies and the lilies. And then in the fall, we'll have chrysanthemums
Nice. So that's what you mean by something every
season.
season. So there's always going to be
And
some
I just
flowers.
split lots of them, so they're looking a little wimpy right now, but hopefully they'll all revive. Because I just take it and then I split them and spread them out.
Yeah, you're really good at that. You you help it propagate. I like that. So you want to show us up on the porch? Your decorate your
Sure. Up there on the porch is some the purple is called Wandering Jew, and it's like a vine kind of. And then these
I like that.
these are dahlias. They're one of the plants I didn't know what I got. I just
got it.
got some. And then this is just like a sweet potato vine, and it'll just grow all down.
Very nice. The yellow flower goes with your yellow pillows and stuff.
Yeah.
And your by
Then
the
we've got
door.
These are Gerbera daisies. And I don't know what these are. This is my Mother's Day gift from Nate, so I'm not sure what it is, but
Just
they're
flowers. And then Melissa makes the little, always decorates different things for the different seasons too. You can see the springtime. Okay.
And then we've revived this rose, which was
Yeah, it was really.
it was just like stick, like what do you call woodsy sticks? Anyway,
Yeah, it was like it looked like it needed to be pulled out, but
that we. And then that
that one.
is one of my favorite new plants. It's called Louisa
Where did you get that?
Sensinigs.
Okay, you see, you got it when it was a small flower.
Yeah.
Okay, and then over here.
Over here we've got, we call these the man flowers because they're like almost black, but they're petunias. And I can't remember what these are called, but and then right here we've
They're
got
kind
some
of cool. They're in a
marigolds.
spiral almost.
Marigolds be coming in here.
Nice.
And then down here we've got marigolds. Looks like I need to do some pruning. And then this is called candy tuft.
I want to say, you can hear Melissa say, "Oh, I need to do some pruning." All of these flowers, like she knows what they are, what they need, and really does a good job of taking care of them. So it's not like she just threw these in the ground and are here now. Like these are going to be growing and spreading. She does a really
All
good
of
job
them
of that.
are perennials pretty much, except for if they're in the container, they're usually annuals.
Okay.
So I change those up every year.
You want to look at the walkway, and then we'll go to the side of the house.
Okay. Then we've got, looks like zinnias and some dahlias there. I honestly don't remember what those are called. And then we've got zinnias, dahlia, and then this is called Little Prince. And it just
Okay.
goes like,
So that's just like the entry where we come in off the car.
yeah. And then hoses, and then the rest of the stuff it just grows. I don't know what
Okay.
it is. It was just here. And then over here we've got, these are called snow drifts.
Okay.
And then I planted some of, I don't know, these that will come up next spring. They're called freesias.
Okay.
They'll come up here in the spring. And
I think
then
that's a good example of how
marigolds.
you plan things, and
Yeah.
they.
So we've got these that
they
are
come.
like summery plants, and those, and then these are like kind of like foxtails that'll come up in the spring.
So all
And then
along.
all this was daffodils
Got it.
this spring, and then when the hoses are coming up, and then these are going to be lupines, and they get about this tall-ish.
Oh,
That and
That's
then
big.
that. So they'll come up this summer and fall.
so we're kind of in a transition between
Yeah.
spring and summer right now.
And
Okay.
then this is like a, oh, it's not a daisy, it's a, it looks like a daisy, but it's, I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, but they're like little orange and yellow. I know what they're called. Anyway, I can't remember
Okay.
what they're called, but they're kind of like a daisy. And this is our weeping cherry tree, is that what it's called?
I think so. Yeah.
Weeping cherry tree. It gets really pretty cherry blossoms.
Melissa picked that one out. Should we go through the secret path to the backyard?
The secret.
I call it secret because it looks like there's a hedge, but then you can just get through here.
And show them my secret message.
Yes, secret. You can see the sidewalk's pretty old, so we power washed a secret message in it. Okay.
These are hydrangea bushes.
Okay.
And when we first moved in, they were
Yeah, you've really.
sickly too.
Yeah, and they're getting a lot of good flowers, and Melissa's
Look how
also split those.
Yeah, I split up, moved some of there. But,
So yeah,
That's where we usually
just-
start. The new
yeah.
hostas. That was there. The hostas and the ivy and stuff were there. And then here we planted another peony bush. And then these are supposed to be like traveling geraniums. It's like a ground cover.
Oh, interesting. And then down along the fence, you got a
Oh,
lot
down
of
this way?
boxes. Yeah,
And so we got our strawberry plants. So we're
They're-
gonna keep an eye on and hope the birds don't eat them.
they're really get huge compared to last year. They're like
Oh yeah.
they're really getting bigger.
This was gonna be my herb garden, but it's not. It was doing good for a while, and I don't know if the frost got it.
Yeah, we did have a late freeze.
We covered it, but since it froze that one day, it hasn't been doing good. But anyway, it's supposed to be cilantro, and these are my chives, and then mint, and then the marigolds.
They got
The marigolds will come; they'll be okay. I'm not sure. It looks like the chives are starting to come back.
yeah, I think just that 1 week.
And then we've got these are wild black raspberries, but we have
They're good.
not.
We took them off the side of the road.
Yeah, they were wild, going wild, and we what's it called when they're not wild? Domesticated them.
Yeah, we did domesticate it. They're good. They taste good.
There's black raspberries, and then we've got onions here,
Okay.
and then we've got a red pepper and a bell pepper,
Okay.
and then these little peppers up here are called like a lunchbox mix, and it's just a mix of little, this size sweet peppers, the red, yellow, orange sweet peppers.
I love this.
And then we've got two types of tomatoes.
I'm gonna kind of zoom in, like you can see the color.
We've got like beef steak tomatoes, and then we've got cherry
You
tomatoes.
see flowers coming on these already.
Yep. Then our rhubarb. I want to make rhubarb strawberry jam. And I've already got some stalks in the fridge soaking, but it looks like I can get some more.
Looks like some more are coming.
Then our raspberries.
This little raspberry patch.
We started with just a couple little ones like this, but like maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, they're really.
And this, was it last year we started this? Anyway.
Yeah, like partway through last year, so it's really coming on.
Yeah. And we've got new shoots coming up all over. So that's good.
Awesome. We love berries.
And then that's called catmint.
Just here in this little seeding area, and then
And then this corner over here was a mad mess.
yeah,
That was probably one of the worst corners. It
I'm
was,
gonna get closer.
who knows what was actually there. And
It was just kind of like scraps, but
It was
you've
just-
really
it
got
was
it,
a
so it looks
mess.
nice now.
But so we've got all the dead stuff out. So we've got ferns, we've got I planted sunflowers, we've got honeysuckle that's gonna go in there. We've got hoses. We've got these little, they're almost done. They bloomed in the spring, and I don't know what they're called because they just came out voluntarily, but
They're kind of cool.
yeah. And then,
And all along this little drainage ditch, you've got things.
so this one's woodland phlox.
Okay.
So they'll kind of sprout the ground cover. We've got more hostas. Like these hostas and ferns were transplanted from either our yard or Chalet's yard or somebody
Right.
else.
They're doing good for transplant.
Yeah, and like this is what are those? Irises,
Okay.
but that we got from our neighbor's yard. Got some more catmint. This we don't know what it is. We just got it off the side of the road.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what this is either because I don't even remember planting that. But I don't know. Maybe I did.
This is another area that you have things that bloom different times of year.
Oh, yeah,
This
these
has
ones-
already had a lot of flowers that are going down, and other ones are getting ready to come up.
Yeah, in the spring it's like full of white, different types of flowers, lots of different ones.
Okay.
And then this is called like a cherry blossom delphinium.
Okay.
I planted. And more of this. And this was an allium, but it's It's usually got purple things on it, but
Yeah, they're
I
got
have a
done.
little, well, I have a little grandson who pulled them off. Anyway. And it's more woodland phlox, and then
There's another good
so
little
what I want to do
spot.
back here is I'm going to plant some more irises on this side. That side we just did. And then I want to get some.
Over here.
They're kind of like a ground cover, but they're gold. They're like kind of like a golden primrose.
Okay.
That would be in like where all this stuff is starting to die off. They'll come up, and so they're blooming right now. So that way when the spring plants come in. And then these were almost dead. We got these out of the hospital, the Walmart hospital. And I didn't know what they were, but they were 50 cents. So I grabbed them, and they are actually grape hyacinths. So those will come up in spring.
Looking really nice here.
That's from the road again.
Another road one.
From the road again. And then this is called yarrow. I want to try to get some, in the fall, you can split these. And I want to spread those out too.
Can you tell us what you mean by you get things from the road?
We just drive down the road out kind of in the foresty areas, and if we see a plant we like, we have a bucket and a shovel in the back of the truck, and we just dig it out and
Dig it out and
transplant it.
Yeah. Yep.
And then these are, oh shoot, they're like, kind of like a type of carnation. I can't think of what they're called right now off the top of my head. Oh, look, see this one. Oh, it's still, this is another allium. Then we've got, so I did research, and I guess hollyhocks only bloom every other year. So we've got one growing here, but then I planted seed back there so that this one will bloom this year, and then the next year the other one will bloom. So hopefully we'll have. And that's some more daylilies from off the side of the road.
See, I want to say this example. This is one that you transplanted last year, and you can see it's very strong and healthy. So, like some of the things that were just transplanted this year, we'll expect they'll be really established next year.
And then hollyhock, same type of deal going on. And then this bush, I don't know what it's called. It's called a variegated something, but it was here when we moved here, but it wasn't here. It was over there. But I didn't like it over there, so I just dug it up and put it here.
There's a lot of things that you've helped to have a new home.
And I don't know what these are. I think they might be a weed, but I'm waiting to see what they are before I pull them.
Okay.
Then over here, we had a almost dead lilac bush.
White lilac, right?
I don't know. But Nate and I have like pruned it really good, and we've been like, we cleared out all there was just junk, I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of dead wood and things like that.
And weeds, and the ivy had like taken over, and it was like crushing the lilac bush pretty much. So we cleaned it all out, and we've been taking care of it. It's going good. We've got new shoots.
A lot of new ones down on the bottom too. And these ferns, there's a lot, I will say, but people come and Melissa gives them starts.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that was here that's now not. She's like a really nice fern garden.
Yeah, and I put some daylilies and stuff like that. And this was all, I don't even know what it's called. I call them like wild strawberries.
Yeah.
I've got most of them out, but it was just like covered with these.
Not the prettiest things.
No, they're like these things. Like that. And they get little red berries on them, but oh, see, look, right here.
Yeah.
But then they get kind of pokey. It was just all over. So I pulled those out. Most of them, I still got to do it, but it'll be a constant battle for a couple years. But then we planted this. We got starts from Chalet, like they were this big.
They're doing
like,
great.
What, a month ago?
Yeah, they're really expanding.
I got 1, 2, 3 starts about this big, and now they're like all over. So we want that to be the ground cover instead of the wild strawberries. And then right here I've got a lavender bush, and lavender grows pretty slow, so it might be a couple years for that to get established. And then I don't know what the heck this is called, but it has beautiful, beautiful pink. Well, you can kind of see.
Yeah.
One
Oh, there's
right
one, but the whole bush gets like
in
that.
the beginning of spring, and
Yeah,
now it's
pretty
just got
early.
these little pokey.
Like they're weird
pods.
apples.
Yeah, you can see what they're. But what we want to do next year is we're letting these ones grow up because we want to make it shorter and then more bushier.
We have already cut a lot off this.
Oh yeah, it was.
We will get more.
I can't even walk here because I'm just hanging it.
No. Yeah.
So back here, last year I started. Last year I started some daisies, and you can see how big they are. I got just little starts from off my ones up front. And there's a chrysanthemum back there. I got from start. And then we got the lilies. Some of them are day lilies from off the side of the road, and some of them are tiger lilies that were just, some of them were just here. And then all this stuff is I just threw down a packet of wild seed mix. So
wildflower seeds.
surprise!
We'll see what comes up.
Yeah, and here too.
Yep, that's
And
wildflowers.
these do not look good right now.
I want to
but
say this too was covered in
weeds and ivy.
weeds and ivy, just like bags
Had
and
that
bags and bags and
weird,
bags and bags.
What's it called? Heavens.
It was terrible.
Weird stuff that we don't like. Anyway.
Tons.
But these in the beginning of spring are beautiful. These are all these 1, 2, 3, not that one, and then the next 3 are azaleas, different type of azaleas.
Different colors,
Yeah,
really
we got
awesome.
Like a peach one and a pink one, and then another peach one. And those are cool ferns
They are cool.
that
I
were
hope
almost
those
dead, but
spread.
I revived
You
them.
did. They're doing great now.
And then these are like a dark pink, like hot pink. And those are like a hot pink.
And these ground covers.
Oh
you
yeah,
have
these
going,
ground
right?
covers. I just got little starts, like little plugs about this big.
And now they're just
From-
really going.
Our neighbors. Yeah, that's anyway. And then this is called a beauty bush. And supposedly it goes up and then it fountains down with white flowers, I think.
But again, all these bushes on the side here were extremely overgrown and like woody, and Melissa's like pruned them down to like a good shape, and they're a lot more healthy than they were. So they'll continue to get better. These ones I'll say were super awesome this spring.
Yeah, they were really
Oh, obviously you can see the flowers now are mostly dead, but
So
that's
yeah,
okay.
see, here's one that's going really good because when I started it last year, it was only
gee
like
whiz.
a plug like that big, and I just did like 2 of them.
yeah, now it's covered that whole section.
And then this is the
Yeah.
only place where we actually let the ivy just kind of grow.
There's actually a stump under there from back in the day. There was an old tree, so that's a good choice.
Then we've got our Japanese maple. This will go about maybe this high and then kind of around like.
Yeah, and this here was,
So this was actually the dog zone where we let the dogs go to the bathroom.
but like right here there was a box too of strawberries,
Yeah, but we had put it.
but it's moved all. Like this is like an area in construction, I guess.
Yeah, well, like we just reseeded it.
This spring, all this
Yeah.
grass that's coming in.
Then we've got Virginia creeper that grows up all along here. So you see. And then I got a start. That's a peony.
Okay.
There's our beautiful fountain. And then there's our, sorry. And there's my succulent. Those will go in the succulent garden on the side of
okay.
the house after this
Mocho.
is done.
What's
This is the hydrangea bush that I cut off from the other old hydrangea bush. And it froze. And so it's got lots of dead leaves. But we've got some new starts here and some new starts there.
So it's alive.
It's alive.
It's
yeah,
gonna
it's
make
right there
it.
too. It
Oh
just-
yeah.
It got froze. So.
Yeah, when was that? It was like the 20th of May we had a freeze. It was really late.
And then we just got ferns, daisies, hostas. These are called sedums. These roses were uglier than ugly.
Uglier
They
than ugly?
were.
That's pretty intense.
They were ugly, and they just looked like wood and like thorns, and then they'd get like 3 roses on them.
Yeah, but
They
look
were
at
pretty ugly.
all the buds this year.
They were they
There's
were ugly.
so many.
But I hate killing roses, so I
Yeah, you really nursed
Baited
these
it
back
back
to
to
health.
health,
You
yes.
really did. This is really nice in front of the deck. All this, and here's another
on this side.
kind of the same theme, right?
Mhm.
It's really growing good.
Yeah, look at all these bugs. Oh, we've got aphids. We're gonna have to spray it.
Okay.
Do you have any 7 left?
Uh huh.
I think 7 does aphids, doesn't it?
Yep. I think so. So, and then you could see the potted plants up on the. You'd see.
Every year I just do different potted plants. I just get a variety of stuff. This one's my favorite one this year. It's called Angel Wings. It's super soft.
That one's your favorite, huh?
This year.
Cool.
It's my new favorite.
I like that planter that
Like
hangs
all
too.
these, like I don't buy done. I like build them.
You've picked the plants
Yeah,
to combine.
coincide, yeah. So.
That's nice. A little.
And that's another succulent. I'll
Succulent.
put on the side of the house. And another succulent. And then the amazing marigolds that are still living, even though Nate knocked them to the ground. And this, I think, might be forget-me-not. Because I put some forget-me-not seeds in here and nothing grew for a long time, so I put the marigold in. But now,
There it comes.
so I think it's a forget-me-not.
Don't
that we
forget
got
it.
From Nauvoo.
Oh. And then there we are. So you could see this is the beautiful yard
This is called ponytail, just so you know.
that Melissa made.
Not just me.
It came out of your brain.
Yeah, other people helped.
Okay. So that's it. Thank you, Melissa, for sharing your awesome hobby and like you are skilled at it.
It's
You
a
have to
hobby
admit.
I like to,
Why do you like
but
to do
it's
it?
embarrassing to share.
Well, don't be
Because
embarrassed.
I don't know, I like being outside and I like watching things like grow, and I like taking things that normally would maybe die and reviving them. That's why I always go to the
Walmart hospital.
the plant hospital,
Yeah.
and I get like the 50-cent ones that look like they're almost dead, and then I try to revive them.
And you do usually.
Or plants off the side of the road.
Yeah. So there it is. Thank you, Melissa.
You're welcome.